Hey everyone, Ivy League Gaming here, and today we're playing Eternal Evolution. Now, I didn't quite make the round of 16 players to finish off Summit Arena, but I actually did really good. Totally could have made it without one mistake. But yeah, I want to take a moment and show you guys that, show you guys my last battles, and talk about what I did differently and how I'm actually quite proud of my progress today. So, Arena, yeah, I've never been a big PvP fan of like anything. I think Raid Shadow Legends, I eventually became a little bit more competitive and pushed Plat a few times. I did hit Plat a couple times as well. I was competitive in the CVC side of things, but that was grinding PvE mostly, well, and sort of PvP, but that didn't count. Um, but overall, I've never been big on the whole PvP side of things. And when it comes to playing any sort of game, for the most part, I feel like PvP is the last thing you worry about, right? Like you want to beat all the bosses to clear content. You want to, and then as new stuff comes out, you want to keep getting new resources that helps your account progress to where you can do stuff faster or get through content you were stuck at. For me, the focus is I would rather focus more I guess, like Twilight Lands, trying to get those resources, than Summit Arena. But this was the next step in me being like, okay, let me figure this out. I need to take a proper, like, sure, I can put together a team that maybe makes sense, but countering teams is hard. It's a lot to learn. And I feel like this round I actually did very good. So first, let me go ahead in here. Let me show you my ranking. I actually ended up third here. Look at that. I ended up third. Let me get myself back in the corner. Alright, let me, and smaller. I'm gigantic. Okay. I'm a big old comfy sweater. Alright, so yesterday was the battles for this. I'm going to actually go through and show you some of the battles and show you my decision making. And I'm actually really proud of myself. So well, I got... too little, too late is what I should say. I'm like, what are the words? Too little, too late. Words are hard. I was grinding, and I always start with the easiest first, and then I went through the hardest. And when I got to kind of in the middle point, I don't know if it was the second or third team I fought, I lost because I was trying too hard to 3-star everything. So what happened, I guess, I don't know. I realized after I lost, unfortunately, too late, that what am I doing? This is harder now. It's truly competitive than the first couple rounds, which were a lot easier. I placed second, I placed first, and I placed first. I was like, duh, I just need to beat 2 out of 1. Like, don't even overly think about trying to beat 3-0. Like, no, just try to beat 2 out of 1. Because at the time when I came in for this group round stage, there was only this guy here had 5 and 2, and I was like, oh, so if I can come in here and potentially everyone's tanking, prepping for it, so people can't see their defenses. But yeah, I was like, oh, I just need to win a few. What am I doing? Like, if I just win 4, so the next person that had played who had only had 4 and 3, 4 and 3, there was a couple of those. So I just need to win 5, and I might actually get second place. I'm like, wait, but if I could, and then of course I realized too late. I'm probably gonna need to win 6 because if Val here, my fellow CLS member, if he actually went ahead and got a 5 and 2, then there's a debate of who's actually the best. So in the end here, it's actually funny, 5 and 2, 5 and 2, 5 and 2. And then it came into, he must have had another 3-0 win compared to us. And down here, same thing, must have had, see, team wins 14, 13, 16. So the actual wins themselves added up to be more for him. And I was close. I was so close yet so far away. But I just wish I realized I needed to do some things differently before I lost. And by differently, I just mean changing my focus to just try in 2-0 teams instead of, or 2-1 instead of 3-0. So let's take a look at my rewards, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut out and I'm going to show you a couple of the battles and some of my decisions I made to start countering some teams differently. And even though I only made it so far, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I learned a lot this round. I definitely am slowly learning more and more about how to counteract people, like how to counteract the I don't know. Yeah, just you see a certain thing, you try to beat it. Bailey, how to beat a Bailey, how to beat a Leo. Well, let's be honest, beating a Leo just isn't fun. Oh, this guy. Oh boy. Actually, I'm gonna go. They don't have their teams in. It's funny when you can't see the power. Gotta go for my guy. I know this one. But yeah, it's stressful. It's fun. It's stressful and fun at the same time, right? Like you want to do well, but it is what it is. And at the end of the day, oh goodness, just look at the server differences. At the end of the day, I'm just happy that I progressed. Sorry, I'm kind of rambling, distracted while I was doing my debates about who I think is going to win. I don't really care too much about that. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, I'm happy to get some more rewards to spend in the shop as well. I think I ended up using my stuff here on yellow runes, which I'm actually going to keep doing that. I'm trying to get a bunch of my heroes up to really do well in like Twilight and Summit Arena that didn't even have yellow runes for exclusives. And I can't buy red ones, unfortunately. As far as these go, I could buy a couple more just to max out and get another copy of Moriami or Rez. I might do that now, actually, just so it's not an uneven number. But then what? Next one comes around, I'm just going to get it again. So I might not worry about this. If they keep the same rewards, it's kind of like not that exciting. But then if they change the reward, people would be mad because then you're like, but I have these half reward just sitting here waiting. Anyway. Yeah, I think I'm gonna see what I have. If I have 40 and I just gotta buy 2 more of these to get 60, I'll probably do that, and then I'll buy the rest with the yellow runes. I'm not as concerned with the summoning tickets, although I should be, because we never can have too many. But I'm honestly more concerned with leveling up what I have right now, so that's kind of my focus. But all right, let me cut out here, and I'm gonna show you guys a few of the battles and just show you some of my thoughts. I kind of went a different strategy, like counteracting Bailey teams, for example, and counteracting Leo teams, for example. I changed my teams up a bit and yeah, had a little bit of fun along the way learning, and wish I had just tried to 2-1 in the first place, and I probably would be in the top 2, but oh well. Can't do the Summit Arena final round again, but maybe next time. So my first one, I was going in trying to win all 3 battles here. I put Luke against the Summoners, thought they'd be easy. Bailey against Bailey, they won out. And I did leave in my Leo. I actually brought in Crete to go with Leo and moved things around and used the new Vanguard bond there. I wanted to give that a try for some battles as well. And then we came to my next... Sorry, we have it on slow-mo for sake of this. Alright, so same thing. I actually was really trying this Leo with Crete and Arthas, and then with Anaruta and Boda for support with the new Vanguard Commander. And it actually was doing really well so far. I did just change up my Bailey team a little bit. I moved Rakana to the back behind some more support because he was dying too much. But yeah, it worked out pretty well. 3-0. I was really happy. And then we moved on to another one, and boom, a defeat. At this point, I was still trying way too hard to do all 3 and actually win. Bailey versus Bailey was still my strategy. Leo versus Leo was also my strategy there. But the reality was, their Bailey versus Bailey, and Leo versus Leo, they were just better. Or had better team comms, I'm not sure. But yeah, in the end, I lost. And I wish I just did, aiming for what I did here. Realizing that I really just need to 2-0. I don't need to 3-0 based on the number of wins. If I just had more if I just won set like 6-1, I would have been in second place. So here we go, 2-1. I kind of started sacrificing to the Leo team. Whatever someone had, like whatever Leo was, wherever Leo was, I was not. AKA, sorry Luke team, I sacrificed my Luke team. But my little team of Leo, Crete, and Arthas, just using that Vanguard advantage really paid off. It helped my Leo to really shine. Of course, Artest died like every time, but you know. And this one here, same thing. Just, yeah, again, trying to target something I thought I could logically beat. I started going my Leo team against squishy and interesting assassin teams. That actually started to do well here. Like, I was actually really surprised. I was trying to think, you know what? I know Leo can actually be a bit of an anti-Bailey, so why don't I throw Bailey against a team I know I can beat? And then again, at the top there, I decided to ignore their Leo team. That was just kind of my strategy. I threw some random people in a couple times just to see what happens, like Pregor and even Daniel. Daniel's got so much utility and so much going on. But that did not work, unfortunately, for me. So that is what it is. And victory. 2 and 1 here. That worked out okay. Sorry, I got distracted for 2 seconds because I heard Odd One yelling. I think he's pulling shards. But again, if I had just stuck to trying to win the 2 and 1 strategy like I was doing here, I think I would have been okay. I didn't need to win all 3 every single time. Because actually, let's go take a look. So here in the rankings, 5 and 2, 5 and 2, 4 and 3. Even the highest person had a 5 and 2. If I had a 6 and 1, I would have won, right? If I had a 6 and 1, I would have won. So if I had only just been a little bit more careful with my battles, and yeah, I went into the last one and totally lost. But I expected to lose against that one. That was the highest player there, 9 million player power. He had better teams. I lost that one. But it's so silly. I didn't realize that if I had only just focused 2 and 1 like the whole time, I might have had a better chance. So that one battle, just changing up my strategy, really made a big difference. But overall, I'm really happy with this. I really learned a lot. I played around with using like my Leo team against Bailey teams. And then honestly, I just ignored Leo teams. And that might be a good strategy for Galactic Arena as well. When you're just trying to win 2 out of the 3, you don't need to beat their best, amazing, crazy, strong Leo. Although hopefully we can figure out some better counters for Leo, because the Leo meta is a bit rough right now, just like it used to be when Bailey was the only answer. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video, guys.